Hello students, welcome to AskPrep. My name is Jyoti and in this video I'm going to teach the third chapter of class 11th mathematics trigonometry, and I will be discussing in this video the systems of measuring an angle and how do we convert DMS system to degree and vice versa. We will go up to the first exercise. After listening to the discussion, if you have any doubt, feel free to ask your doubts in the doubt section. So let's begin. So first, to understand the different systems of measuring an angle, we should know what is the meaning of an angle. To understand an angle, we should understand what is the meaning of a ray. A ray will have an end point, that means a terminal point, and the other one is infinitely extending. So that's a ray. So we have an initial ray. So this is called an initial ray. Then we have one more ray. If the other ray, which is called the terminal ray, the other ray is called the terminal ray. Terminal ray. So if the terminal ray rotates in anti-clockwise direction or clockwise direction, then the measure or the measure of the amount of rotation the terminal ray does with respect to initial ray, that is called an angle. So the amount of rotation the terminal ray does with respect to initial ray, that is called an angle, and this angle is measured in different systems. So there are three systems of measuring an angle. One is called sexagesimal system, a system in which we measure angles in degrees, and centesimal system, the system in which angle is measured in terms of grades, and circular system, a system in which angle is measured in terms of radians. So let's begin to understand the three systems of measuring an angle, starting with sexagesimal system. What is the meaning of sexagesimal system of measuring an angle? In sexagesimal system of measuring an angle, a right angle, see, this is the initial ray and this is the terminal ray. If the right angle is divided into 90 equal parts, when the right angle is divided into 90 equal parts, then each part is called a degree. Each part is called a degree. So that is the meaning of sexagesimal system. Moving ahead to centesimal system. What is the meaning of centesimal system? Centesimal system of measuring an angle is when a right angle, two perpendicular lines form a right angle. When the right angle is divided into 100 equal parts, right angle is divided into 100 equal parts, then each part 100 equal parts. Then each part is called a grade. Each part is called a grade. So that is about centesimal system. In centesimal system, angle is measured in terms of grades. Then there is a third measurement of way of measuring an angle, that is called circular system. What is the meaning of circular system? In circular system, angle is measured in terms of radians. Circular system. In circular system, angle is measured in terms of radians. And what is a radian? See, we have a circle and this is the radius. OA is the radius. Now, OA is the radius. Then, if I happen to travel from point A to point B, here OB is also radius, such that the length of the arc from A to B is same as a radius of the circle. If length of the arc is equal to radius of the circle, then angle subtended by the arc at the center that angle is called 1 radian. That angle is called 1 radian. So theta is equal to L divided by R. L is length of the arc. R is the radius of the circle. Theta is the angle subtended by the arc at the center. If L is equal to R, that means what? This is R. R divided by R is 1. That 1 is called 1 radian, which is circular system. So degree we write 1 to the power circle. Radian we write 1 to the power c. That is 1 radian. How do we understand how is radian connected to degrees? For that we have to know that 57.3 degrees make 1 radian. So radian is very big. 1 radian is the same as, approximately of course, same as 57.3 degrees. 57.3 degrees make a radian. Now that we have seen three different measures, three different methods of measuring an angle, we should know how do we interconvert between them. For the interconversion, we have to understand that, I just give you a common relation. So angle in degrees divided by 180. That means one straight angle in degrees is a 180 degrees. That is same as in circular system, radians divided by pi. So in circular system, so this is the initial ray, 0 radians, and when we reach the diametrically opposite end, we land on pi radians. That is same as in terms of grades 200. It's because every 90, every right angle is divided into 100 equal parts. So the other right angle is another 100, 100 plus 100, 200. So this is a common relation that can be used for converting, for interconversion. Like tomorrow we come across any question where we are asked to convert degrees to radians. We will use only this part of the formula. If we are told convert degrees to grades, then we will use this part of the formula. So it depends. Once we have a common relation between degrees, radians and grades, we can use this common formula. And if it is degrees is given, in place of D, you substitute D and get the answer in terms of grades or radians, and interconversion becomes very easy. So that's the system of measuring an angle. So in sexagesimal, which is the British system, angle is measured in terms of degrees. In French system, that is a centesimal system, angle is measured in terms of grades. In circular system, angle is measured in terms of radians. Now, we will do some numerical problems where we will learn how to convert the degrees, angle in degrees to degree minute second DMS system and vice versa. But before that, we should know what is the meaning of a minute and a second. For that, a right angle. When we were discussing the sexagesimal system, I was telling that a right angle is divided into 90 equal parts. Then every part is a degree. So this is 1 degree. That 1 degree, when it is further divided into 60 equal parts, every part is called a minute. And that 1 minute is further divided into 60 equal parts, and then every small part there is called a second. So this is not the clock minutes or seconds. It's like a degree is divided into 60 equal parts. Every part is called a minute. So right angle divided into 90 equal parts. Then every one part is called a degree. And if that 1 degree is divided into 60 equal parts, 60 equal parts, then every part is called a minute, and that 1 minute is divided into further 60 equal parts. Further 60 equal parts, then every part then is called a second. So 1 degree same as 60 minutes, 1 minute same as 60 seconds. And here we will use um, um, this information to convert degrees to degree minute second. Before moving ahead to degrees to degree minute second, I would like to take some examples. Where we will convert degrees to radians. For example, 30 degrees is how many radians? For that, remember the common relation I showed. Degree divided by 180 is same as a radians upon pi. 30 degrees. So in place of degree, substitute 30 degrees. And that is a sixth. R upon pi. And you can do the cross multiplication and we see that pi by 6 in terms of radian. So 30 degrees and pi by 6 radians are the same. They mean the same. Okay. So now let's move ahead let us convert 14.22 degrees in terms of degree, minute, second. How do we do that? 14 degrees plus 0.22 degrees. So 14 degrees is fine. 0.22 degrees. So we know that 1 degree is 60 minutes. So to this, let's multiply 60 minutes. So we get here 14 degrees plus 6 times 22 means 12 times 11, which is 132. So 1320 and decimal comes here. So 13.2 degrees. 13.2 degrees. 13.2 minutes. So let us further, in seconds, let us answer this. This is 13 minutes because we already multiplied 60 minutes plus 0.2 minute. And we know that 1 minute is same as 60 seconds. So to this, let's multiply 60. So we are going to get 14 degrees plus 13 minutes plus 2 times 60. That is 12, but 120 and the decimal comes here. So 12 seconds. 12 seconds. Now, what is 14.22 degree? 14.22 degrees is same as 14 degrees, 13 minutes and 12 seconds. Hope you have understood this example. In case you have a doubt, please leave your doubts in the doubt section. Okay. Now let's take one more example. Before I go for this example, I want to give you one try yourself kind of question. Please try yourself. Please try yourself. These two. 124.78 degrees. Please convert this to DMS system, degree, minute, second. And take up one more where we have 25.64 degrees. Please convert this to degree, minutes, seconds. Drop your answers in the chat box. Okay, now let's do the reverse. The reverse is converting degree, minute, seconds to degrees. For that, let me take one example. 49 degrees, 46 minutes, 48 seconds. Let's convert 49 degree, 46 minutes, 48 seconds to degrees. How do we do this? For that, we'll remember that every 1 minute is same as 60 seconds. So what are we going to do? 49 degree, that's fine. 49 degrees and plus 46 minutes. So 1 degree is 60 minutes. So 1 minute, okay, do like this. So 1 minute is going to be 1 upon 60 degrees. So here we have 46 minutes. So 46, let's divide by 60 and we'll get our answer in terms of degrees. And 48 seconds, divide by 60 times 60, that is 3600. And your answer comes in terms of degrees. So 46 divided by 60. This turns out to be 0.76. And 48 divided by 3600 turns out to be 0.013 in terms of degrees. So let us add 0.76, 0.013, and this turns out to be 0.77. But if we consider the third digit also, let us take this as 0.78 in terms of degrees. So 49 degree, 46 minutes, 48 seconds is same as approximately 49 degrees, 49.78 degrees. 49.78 degrees. So that is how we convert DMS to degree. Let us take up some examples as try yourself. So try yourself. These questions. So let's first take up some questions where you can convert radians to degrees. So convert the following angles in degrees. In radians, first this one, 25 degrees and negative 47 degrees 30 minutes. Convert these angles in degrees to radians. How do you do this? Just remember that you have pi radians is same as 180 degrees. When we want to convert radians to degrees, we will use a 1 radian is 180 divided by pi. But in this case, we have to convert it degrees to radians. So use the formula 1 degree is same as a pi upon 180 degree, 180 radian. So to 25 multiply pi divided by 180, get your answer in radians. And to negative 47.30, negative 47 degree and 30 minutes, you have to separate this like 47 degrees plus 30 minutes. To each one of them, you have to multiply pi by 180. Convert 11 upon 16 radians to degrees and 5 pi by 3 radians to degrees. How do you do this? Very simple. The same relation. Pi radians is same as 180 degrees. We want the answer in degrees. So every 1 radian is same as 180 degrees upon pi. So to each of the number 11 upon 16 and 5 pi by 3, we are going to multiply 18 divided by pi and our answer comes in terms of degrees. With this, you can answer, you are good to go to do the first exercise in the textbook. I hope you understood the systems of measuring an angle and how do we convert degrees to radians and radians to degrees and converting degrees to DMS and DMS to degrees. In case you have any doubts, please ask your doubts in the chat. So you must have tried the two questions where we wanted to convert degrees to radians and radians to degree. Let me solve those questions for you. Like 25 degrees is how many radians? As I said, we have to multiply pi by 180. So 25 times pi by 180. When we do so, we will get this as a 5 pi by 36 radians. Please check whether you got this answer or not for the first question. Second question was negative 47 degrees 30 minutes. 30 minutes. So divide 30 minutes by 60 and you get 47.5 degrees, which is negative 95 upon 2 degrees. How do we convert degrees to radians? We are supposed to multiply pi by 180 and we get our answer in terms of radians. On solving this, we will get negative 19 pi upon 72 in terms of radians. So negative 47 degrees 30 minutes is same as negative 19 pi by 72 in terms of radians. Next, we wanted to convert radians to degrees and the first question was 11 pi by 16. How do we convert radians to degrees? We have to multiply 180 upon pi. So 11 upon 16 times 180 upon pi in terms of degrees. On solving, we are going to get 315 upon 8 in terms of degrees and convert this to decimal. On converting to decimal, we will get the answer in terms of degrees, which will be further converted to minutes as well as seconds DMS system, which is 39 degrees, 22 minutes and 30 seconds. Next, second question was we were supposed to convert 5 pi by 3 radians to degrees. What do? We do 5 pi by 3. To this we multiply 180 upon pi. This on simplification we will get 300 degrees. So 5 pi by 3 is same as 300 degrees. Moving ahead to few more questions with which we will complete the first section of trigonometry, that is measurement of an angle. So the question, there is an important question which is the application of theta is equal to L upon R. The question is a wheel makes 300, you can refer your textbook for this question, 360 revolutions in 1 minute. We are supposed to say through how many radians? Through how many radians does the wheel turn in 1 second? Does the wheel turn in 1 second? Okay, so number of revolutions made by the wheel in 1 minute is a 360. 360 in 1 minute. So we know that one revolution of terminal ray in clockwise or anti-clockwise will give an angle of 2 pi radians. So 360 revolutions. 360 revolutions is same as 360 times 2 pi, that is 720 pi radians. In 1 minute, this one is in 1 minute. In 1 minute, Angle covered is 720 pi. So in 60 seconds, angle covered is 720 pi. So the question is, we have to tell in 1 second. In 60 seconds, this one. So in 1 second, it should be, do the unitary method, 720 pi times 1 divided by 60, which is 12 pi radians. So the answer to the question, through how many radians does the wheel turn in 1 second? Angle is 12 pi radians. Angle covered is 1 second. Moving ahead to one more example question of this kind. Find the degree measure. Find the degree measure of angle subtended. At the center of a circle of radius 100 centimeter by an arc of length 22 centimeter. So we have to find the degree measure of angle subtended at the center of a circle of radius 100 centimeter by an arc of length 22 centimeter. We will use the formula theta is equal to L by R. Theta is equal to L by R. Arc length is 22. So 22. Radius is 100. So this is angle in terms of radians. When we want to convert radians to degrees, we have to multiply 180 divided by pi. Pi can be taken as 22 by 7. And we are going to get this number as 12 degrees, 36 minutes. So what is the angle in degrees? We have to tell. Angle subtended by the arc at the center in terms of degrees is 12 degrees 36 minutes. Let's consider one more question. The question is, in a circle of diameter 40 centimeter, the length of the chord is 20 centimeter. Find length of minor arc of the chord. We are supposed to find length of minor arc of the chord. Okay, so the question is, in a circle whose diameter is 40 centimeter, means what, a radius is 20, length of the chord is 20 centimeter. So we have a chord of a circle AB whose length is 20 centimeter. Diameter is 40 centimeter indicates that radius is 20 centimeter. So we can see and understand that the triangle thus formed is an equilateral triangle. So angle subtended at the center is 60 degrees. We are supposed to find length of the minor arc. Let's use the formula theta is equal to L by R. Theta is equal to L by R. Theta is 60 degrees. Length of the arc is AB by radius, that's 20. On doing the cross multiplication, we will get length. So it is AB by 20 in terms of radians. Let's convert the 60 degrees to radians. How? By multiplying 100 pi by 180. So this turns out to be pi by 3 in terms of radians, and we do the cross multiplication, that's 20, and that is length of the arc AB. So AB is going to be 20 pi. Length of the arc is the question. So length of the arc AB is 20 pi by 3 in terms of centimeters. That is the answer. Let's do one more question that is a part of the exercise. That is if in two circles. If in two circles, arcs of same length, subtended. Okay, how do we do this? We will use the formula theta is equal to L by R. So, which is length of the arc is same as the theta R. So, if in two circles, arcs of same length of the arc is same, so you don't have L1 and L2. So you have L is equal to theta R, so you can take it as theta 1 R1, and the same length of the arc, no L, that can be taken as theta 2 R2. We can use this expression to get our answer. We need to find ratio of radii. So from that expression, ratio of radii, R1 divided by R2 is same as theta 2 upon theta 1. And what are those thetas? Theta 2 divided by theta 1. So this is theta 1, that is 60. Theta 2, that is 75. 75 degrees divided by 60 degrees. But when you use theta is equal to L by R, remember you are working on circular radians. So 75 degree, we have to convert degrees to radians. So we multiply pi by 180 for each of them. And we understand that 75 degrees is same as 5 pi by 12. And 60 degrees is a pi by 3. So I'm doing in this direction. R1 upon R2 will be then the ratio 5 pi by 12, and reciprocate the denominator 3 upon pi. Cancel off pi and we are going to get 5 by 4. Ratio of radii is 5:4. Okay, moving ahead to the last question before we wind up this the topic on angles, especially angles in trigonometry. So the question is, find the angle in terms of radians. Find the angle in terms of radians through which a pendulum swings. If its length is 75 centimeter, if the pendulum's length is 75 centimeter and the tip describes a certain arc length, and the tip of pendulum describes a certain arc length. So here we are given three different arc lengths. Arc length as 10 centimeter, arc length as 15 centimeter, and arc length as 21 centimeter. Okay, what are we supposed to do? We have to find the angle in terms of radians through which the pendulum swings. If its length is 75 centimeter and the tip describes an arc length. So pendulum's length is actually radius. So this is a rigid support and this is the pendulum, that's the bob, and yeah, here we go. So length of the pendulum, that is 75 centimeter, is actually radius of that circle. Length of the arc is L. So we are given three different lengths of the arc. We have to tell what is the angle subtended. Theta is what we are supposed to find. We'll use the formula theta is equal to L by R. Theta is equal to L by R. For all the three bits, the same thing. Theta is equal to L by R. So length is what? 10. Radius is 75. 2/15th circular angle, that is a radians. 15 divided by 75, which is a fifth in terms of radians. 21 divided by 75, that is 7 upon 25 in terms of radians. So these are the example questions that we will see in the topic angle and different measures of different ways of measuring an angle. So feel free to ask your doubts in the chat regarding any of these kinds of questions. You may ask more questions also to me on this topic, with which the first topic of trigonometry class 11th is concluded. Hope this video content is understandable.